everyone, this is Miss Segovia. Let me walk you through how to fill out the chart for the effects of osmosis on cells in solutions. So you should have your chart cut out, and then you also need to have the pictures of these cells cut out. If you're working with another teacher on this one, she or he may have you actually draw them in. For my class though, I like to do the color printouts. So on here, we'll start out first with our hypertonic solution. So let's put the definition of hypertonic solution is a solution the solution has higher, H-I-G-H-E-R, sorry I can't spell today, and let me zoom in on that one for you so you can see a little bit better. Solution has higher solute concentration, and if you don't know what that means, I'm going to explain it in a minute. Concentration than the cell, causing animal cells to shrink and plant cell vacuoles to collapse. All right, so plant cells and animal cells to shrink up. So when you guys are looking through your pictures, you're going to want to find the ones that shrink. So pause the video now and see if you can locate those. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you found the two that are shrinking, and that is this one here for the animal cells. You can see the water's moving out, and on the plant cell, we can also see the water moving out. So if you have your glue, either a drop of glue or a glue stick, go ahead and stick these guys into your notebook so you've got them in the correct place. And then we're going to talk about them real quick. If you remember doing your lab with the gummy bears, hypertonic is similar to the one that had a whole bunch of salt in it. So in this case, in our solution, the solute concentration are like the salt molecules. So we might have a whole bunch of salt molecules out here, but we have very little water. Just a few here and there, not much. So that water really wants to move out to help balance the amount of water. So I would put a little note on here, high salt water, because there's lots of salt molecules on the outside. Same thing here, you'd have lots and lots of salt molecules, but very little water. And so we would see that water moving out of the cell. Now in plants, you notice that here we have total shrinkage. On here you still have the square on the outside. It's because plants have those cell walls. It helps protect them. Now if you do this with a real plant, you will see it start to wilt a bit, but it'll keep its shape much better than an animal cell. So I'm just going to put high salt water over here too. So I remember that's going to cause it to shrink. On the next one, isotonic solutions. If you're in medical, you maybe sometimes see isotonic saline solutions, and that means in here that the cell neither lose or gain water the concentration of solutes is the same inside and outside the cell. So pause the video here real quick and look for those pictures that show the same on the inside and the same on the outside. Alright, so hopefully you found this one here with the water both going in and going out. And this one here for your plant Also with water going in, going out. Most cells, actually all cells, do best when they are in an isotonic solution. And so isotonic, same inside, same outside. You get no gain, no loss, you get no change. So you even might want to put a note on here that there's no change. We stay the same. Same thing here. No change. We stay the same. Whereas in hypertonic, this is the one that you're going to shrink. Our last one is, so this one shrinks, this one stays the same. The last one, our hypotonic, these little guys, here's our official definition. The solution, oops, let me write a little harder on there. Has lower solute concentration than the cell causing animal cells to swell and burst, and plant vacuoles to swell. So pause your video for a minute and see if you can find those last two. Oh wait, that's pretty easy because that's all that's left. So in here we can see the plant cells and the animal cells actually getting really big and chubby. And so they're taking in fluids. Now, in an animal cell, that's actually really bad because it is possible to take in so much fluid that it'll burst. And that bursting is called lyse, L-Y-S-E. Plants do better in a hypotonic solution because it actually keeps them a little bit plumper. Now in these solutions on the outside, you end up with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of water. So much so that the cell naturally balances that water out inside and outside, and so the water moves into the cell and causes that cell to get bigger, and if it gets too big, it'll pop. And so again, we call this lysine, L-Y-S-E. In plants, we call it turgor. You might hear of turgor pressure. That means that the plant cell is pretty plump and that it's, if you look at the plant, it'll be sitting upright and it just looks awesome. So my way to remember these guys is if it's hyper, think of somebody who's really hyper, they tend to be skinny, and which means that those are going to shrink. I think a hypo kind of sounds like a hippo, like a hippopotamus, and that means they get fat. And so the last one is iso, and I so like to be an iso because that means I'm going to stay the same. And that is how you complete the effects of osmosis chart. Thank you.